Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Welcome to the next episode featuring Karma. Hello.
Yeah. What are your views on the Fnatic Karma? Go on, tell us.
Meow,
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
meow, meow, meow,
What is going on with your hair? You just washed it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it.
All right, we wanted to record this last week, but I was in London at Red Bull Instalock supporting the girls. But we're back, so we're going to record this week. How are you? How have you been without me? How's life?
It's been all right.
Were you trying to flame me, but you couldn't think of anything bad to say?
No, it's been, obviously without you, it was very quiet in the house. But I had to look after the cat, which can be quite a nuisance.
I mean, you're used to it. You were looking after the cat when I was in Madrid.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, let's get into it. Since the last time, you went 2-0-2-0-0-2.
Yeah.
Since the last time we spoke. So, what happened?
2-0 Genomates, 2-0 Koi. Koi was a comeback game. And then obviously 0-2 versus FUT, the most recent one. I'm not really sure, to be fair. It's just one of those games. They were all shooting heads. And yeah, we needed to react better to certain things, I guess. But it's difficult. It's honestly difficult.
That Lotus comp. I thought you looked very well prepared. I liked the ideas on defense a lot. So how come you didn't win that map? Because I just thought you looked really well prepared, and it wasn't bad.
I think so. I'm not the best at working on the fly. Everything that I like to do is already we had an idea or there's been an idea around it, and I think we needed to adjust one of our setups to counter it, and we now have that available to us. So I think it's manageable now. But on the game day, it was just we gave them some easy picks on a comp that would struggle to find the picks. They have to contact everywhere. And that didn't help, to be fair, on defense. And then on attack, we started off pretty slow. I think it was the same situation, just giving them picks, and that's how it works. Even on split, actually, was kind of the same. Or am I thinking about a scrim VOD? I can't remember. But it was just a sad game afterwards. But life goes on. You have to stay positive. We got Navi next, and the cat is raring to go, as you can see. I just think, we got our next game is super important, and we just got to play with nothing to lose. If we lose, so be it. We're probably not qualifying for playoffs, but we definitely we're trying to do everything we can to obviously win.
Are you scared?
I was a couple of days ago, but I think I'm just trying to come to the terms of if you he's gone on the running wheel now. No, I was a couple of days ago, but I think you just got to come to terms with the idea that you could lose, and then you just got to try and get the best out of practice, and that way you can stay more positive. I think that's been my struggle over the past couple of weeks, is keeping that positivity in scrims and not being a whining baby.
Are you better at that now?
Not yet. It's daily process. I've been 2 days on it. 2 days sober.
Just wait for Karma to do his daily exercise. I think it's because you've always had the luxury of not needing to be this way, because in the grand scheme of things, you've lost more so far this year than you have any other year, pretty much. You never really lose, and you've consistently not really lost. So it feels like, at least for you, not the team, but for you, it's the first time you've face this. For example, Kron had a bit of a slump at M3C. Leo had a slump at Guild. I guess you and Dirk are kind of together, and Alpha didn't really have any achievements before Fnatic. So I feel like for you and Dirk, maybe it's the first that you have to go through these challenges. So I'm not worried or scared. I just want you to be happy. That's the way I see it. As should all other fans, by the way. just saying hello.
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 I don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah, what about Navi then? What do you think about them? Because you played them like 1 billion times a year. But last year you only played against them twice.
Yeah, we know that Navi's pretty good. Obviously, they're doing fairly well on their side of the bracket, and in their group. Our group is fairly even. So yeah, we're just prepping for the game like we do any other time, and yeah, we just gotta, when it comes to game day, we gotta show like what we're actually capable of, because we've obviously beaten them in the past, and that was the same team. Like, we've actually watched some of those videos back of us at lock-in or us during the season. It's like there's not a lot's changed. It's just obviously we were a different mentality then. So I think it's just about finding the fun, finding the positivity. This cat, man. It's like we come in here and he only activates when we're both in here doing this.
Yeah, he's just half the time when we're not doing this, like when I'm in the morning here drinking my coffee, working away on my PC, he's just asleep. So only when we record he's like this. I feel like he knows. He wants to be in the video. He wants to be a part of it. I think we should get a second cat. How do you feel?
I mean, one's already bad enough, so what's two
What
gonna
do you
do?
mean
It's
bad
the same.
enough? You love him.
Yeah, I love him, but I don't like him as well. That's what I always say to you.
That's what I say to you. Sometimes I love you, but I don't like you.
Yeah, exactly.
You piss me off.
I have that with the cat.
Okay, let's move on. I want to ask you about the Turkish teams, because as a long-time Turkish supporter, but always letting me down until last year with FUT, they're both finally good at the same time. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, we practiced BBL too much. We made them good. No, that's our joke generally back in the past. It's like, if we practice a team too much, they become good for their games. But no, I think, BBL and FUT, there's a lot of Turkish players out there, especially in the Turkish league, in Fireflux, in SMB from the previous season.
I'm trying to focus on what you're saying, but this cat, Karma.
Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of players to pull from, and the players seem to be pretty good. I mean, we've got ourselves a Turkish player in Alfia, so we take that off our little bucket list, and then we were started to win. So I think it's just all of Alfia's ex-teammates now are on the rise. Yesterday, Rians, and they seem to be all doing. I think even Woot was potentially. So
Woot was his teammate.
They seem to all be doing somewhat fairly well. So I think it's cool for the Turkish scene. But yeah, we gotta fight back now. We need some British blood in there, don't we?
Said no one ever. I think history dictates that, like, you don't really want to be going up against other Europeans as a Brit. Like, we've been there, done that. Don't need more of that in the world. I think we should get if I get a time machine, I'll go back to 2021 and pick up Alfia, Yutajay, Vu, and Rians. That'll be an unreal team.
Alfia was 15 then? No.
Yeah, actually, that's the crazy thing. He's only 6 months older than Wood, and Wood literally couldn't play in this league because he's too young. And Alpha's been playing this league for 2 years.
Yeah, so Alfia needs to thank us for signing him before. Right, this ball is going up here.
Wait, don't throw it. If you throw it, he's gonna chase after it like a dog. You know what he's like. Just put it in your pocket for now.
Okay.
Just let him not have it for like 5 minutes of this recording. I think we need to address the format of this league, because in case you didn't know, it's not drama. It's just obviously everybody is focusing on this split, which is the most important split. Obviously, you want to make playoffs, and you do it by essentially at this point map differential. So you have to have 2 minimum wins in your group, and once you reach 2 minimum wins, the top 3 teams go through, and the tiebreaker starts with map differential. But if you check the rule book for split 2, do you know this, how you make playoffs for split 2? Okay, how you make playoffs for split 2?
Points.
No, it's combined standing of split 1 and split 2. Oh. So everyone's scrapping their group. Like, you're only playing against teams in your group, but think of it as you're only playing against teams you haven't played yet. Yeah. So everybody plays each other once this whole year. But the standing become one big standing from 1 to 11, and the top 6 go through.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. So what happens? This split has insane amount of like effects
Sentinels is like
on next split. No, because Giants and Koi, they need to win. If they just don't pick up a win here, next split they only play 5 games.
I see.
They're not gonna make playoffs already, which I think is wild how important this split is, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the split was important to us anyway because we obviously wanted to come to Shanghai Masters. But yeah, that's even worse.
You might not make champs.
Who's smoking at Riot?
Well, you might not make champs because you're not winning this. You're not getting like minimum 3 wins. Having 3 wins is pretty good, but the problem is everybody got 3 wins this split. So if you're Giants and Koi, you're in a pretty bad position because everybody's on 3 wins.
Yeah.
You know? So for next split, they would have to win. Everyone else just has to win 2 games and they're already in a tiebreaker situation. Whereas
wild.
Giants and Koi, even if they win all their games, they're still not going to be enough.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And also, obviously,
This is the year of the format.
Year of the format is Year of the Dragon.
Yeah, the dragon too, yeah.
Yeah, dragon this format across your face.
Yeah.
I also think 11 teams is like kind of fucks us a little bit. When it gets to 12, we'll be fine because it'll be an even number. But but just the fact that, like, for example, this split, you play 1 extra game, so you have 1 extra chance of getting a winner point. Whereas next split, you'll play 1 less. So it just all feels like really stressed. I don't know how you feel. I feel like I am stressed every single day.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. I was stressed about, like, obviously us not being at our previous self, but I think the case is that we just need to get better and not to be stressed, because I think the stress makes us worse a little bit. So I'm just trying to reform and just
relax.
Yeah, if we lose, we lose. If we don't qualify, we don't qualify.
There'll be other tournaments.
There'll be other tournaments. Granted, I did want to come to Shanghai. But
you will go. Why are we talking about it as if you're not going to win?
Oh, that's
I
true,
believe.
Yeah. That's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just in a, what's the word? Hypothetical.
Oh.
Hypothetically.
Thinking out loud.
Yeah.
But I think this is not a good thing because I don't want anybody to be stressed. But the other side of this kind of situation is that everybody seems to be stressed.
Yeah.
Even the teams that are winning are stressed.
Yeah, I mean, is it?
Unless you're Crew and DRX, I guess they're not stressed. But
They're
in
chilling
EU,
right now, right?
in
They've
EU,
made
it feels like everyone is stressed.
Well, because our side of the bracket is 2, 3, 3, 2, 2.
No,
2.
it's your bracket is 3, 3, 3, 2, 2.
Yeah. So everyone is quite close to each other. We fumbled a bag versus Heretics. Yeah, we fumbled it a bit.
2 times you're going OT on Lotus.
Yeah, but
It's like the curse.
We just have to win. No,
I think it'd be interesting for us to share how we deal with the stress. How have you been dealing with the stress of it all?
Crying every night.
You never cry, don't be silly.
Crying every night you're
That's
not there.
me.
Just work. Just working through it. Like I said, I haven't been dealing with it very well in terms of scrims because I've been obviously quite emotional in terms of my reaction to mistakes and stuff, which ends up making the boys play worse anyway. And then we end up making more mistakes and like wasting a scrim potentially. But it's something that I'm trying to focus on for this week, at least for the Navi game, so we can go in with like full positivity. And I think like, because we can't beat anyone, it's all a mental game. It's all like on the day, making sure you're ready and wide awake and kind of things. And there's so many factors in this game because you've got 5 teammates. There's so many factors that can affect like the whole result. Like one person being super off can like really be a detriment at times. So you just got to make sure you do all your like habits that are positive and stuff. So yeah, when it comes to that, it's just about trying not to be stressed and trying to find the bright side of stuff or the fun and stuff.
Who would you say is the most positive person on your team?
I'd have to say from scrims, probably Chronicle. He doesn't show his tilt. So yeah, I think everyone else has quite obvious tilts. whereas him is not as obvious. You know, he's just kind of like a stoic person. But yeah, I think I'd say him.
What about on stage?
On stage, I'm like a ball of sunshine on stage. That's what Leo said. He jokes about it. It's like on stage, like it's like a different person. It's like on game day, you're a different person.
You like performing. I feel like for you, it's like a performance to the audience. You want to give them a good show.
No, but also it's just because I know that what's going to make us lose is me moaning about mistakes that can't be changed on the game day. But for some reason in scrims, I just feel like I want to moan about them because I see them and stuff.
You want to point it out.
Yeah, but it's not the best time to point it out during the scrim, that's for sure. I have to wait till after.
How do you fix mistakes? Not you, like as a team.
I mean, we've had various ways. We tried like people writing notes when you see around that you were uncomfortable with, or in a VOD review, you write notes when people have like edited or like obviously spoken about your setups and like what you can do. But the note taking only works for some people. Some people don't like doing the notes because they're no kids and it feels like school.
Doma.
I think Doma would have been. He was actually quite a good student. He was just a bit late and a bit loud. Like sometimes not late even, just a bit loud. But he needed a lot of positive affirmation, and I think he's been struggling since. But he was obviously he was quite good when we did drop him. But no, I think everyone has their own ways. It's just we're trying to figure it out. But generally now, because it's so like what we got. What day is it today? Tuesday. So we got Wednesday, and then we play. So we got 2 days of scrims left. Trying to fix mistakes now is like
impossible.
You can only fix like the little things because, and to be fair, a lot of the things in VODs is like micro. It's just individual stuff that is like
swinging.
What can we do? Like, what can I do as an IGL there? So it's just on the game day. It's just who can make the least mistakes, and to fix them, it's just everyone needs to be doing the things that they've been set and like playing it correctly and playing together at least at a minimum.
You said that you feel slightly less comfortable with on the fly stuff. Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else you think in our scene that you would look at as somebody who excels at maybe on the fly stuff that you've seen?
I'd say in our scene.
In Valorant in general.
Well, I imagine Paper X look like they're pretty good at on the fly. They work off of each other quite well. Looks like EDG are a team that obviously, like the teams that don't have like crazy structure, but like have these like rounds where they kind of play off of each other. I think those are the ones that work best on the fly. Funnily enough, I think we do on attack side, we work really well on the fly 4v5s. Like when we have to like bring it back the round and we like play, that's when we actually play together and we play the game. It seems like when we're in 5, it's like we're little robots at times.
You can in a little bit here and there, in a 5. Somebody can swing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got 4 other people.
But I think it's mainly for defense for us where we struggle with the on the fly stuff. I think on attack, like we can do on the fly stuff. The boys work really well off each other. I think on defense, it's just it can be a bit more punishing to take a risk. And generally, like people think from ranked and stuff, like when you're thinking of taking a risk, it's generally like a solo play. But you got to think like how can you get your teammates involved? What does it mean for the whole map? If you're going to do this, what does someone else do? And it's just that's the hardest thing to communicate within 30 seconds. I want to do this, we need to do this, and then for Cypher or Killjoy to go run and set up as well, and everyone to get into position to make sure that if they did X amount of strategy, whatever the strategy they did, wouldn't absolutely bombard our other side of the map. So,
reactions.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really difficult. It's very difficult. I
have a quick question about. So I was talking to Benji about this, Benji Fishy, about why. This might open a can of worms. About why the teams that made Madrid are now not as dominant. Like the consistency kind of dropped off right after. Obviously, Casey and Heretics, they kind of like had a tiny bit of a period where they didn't look as strong, but now they're back. Like Heretics look really good this week. KC Koi game was kind of mental. I think Koi probably could have won that in the end. But obviously looking at the other regions, I know Gen G have made it through, but even they were struggling a little bit. Paper X looked fine because it's Paper X, you know. Actually, even them, they had moments. Not like super consistency. They had moments. Sentinels, of course, for them too. And Loud. And EDG even lost to FPX. So Benji kind of was on this side of, well, we didn't really get much of a break. You know, we had to like evolve because everybody saw so much of our stuff already. We had to change and all this stuff. And it's really hard. Kind of the season didn't really build them up to kind of succeed consistency wise. What are your takes? What are your views looking at all these teams?
Well, I think it's a bit of both. So it's the first take is every team that qualified, I think in practice before that and in also in the previous year when they were like grinding off season and whatnot, their main goal was to probably make it to an event, you know. And so some of these teams are like working crazy hard probably, and a lot of time was invested. And when it came to the start of the year, obviously they've been playing a lot. They were looking pretty crisp. And they had some strategies and they were looking pretty well, you know, organized, and they qualify. And so that's their kind of job mission done. They get to go to Madrid. They go to Madrid and it's a lot of work, you know, like close games from Carmine and Heretics, and obviously all the other teams as well. And then they come back and what do they get? Probably like a 2-day, 3-day break before they actually have to start because the season starts and they've got an important game and whatnot. Not to mention also that Heretics probably are still waiting for Woot. So there's always that kind of like weirdness, awkwardness within the team where you're just like, when's our actual player coming? Even though Patty Tech did really well, to be fair, all things considered.
He was good.
And then for Sentinels, I think it's like they worked the off season very hard because they needed a win this year, like just to kind of like the big win. They get their big win. And they don't really get a break and they're going straight back into it, but they feel like they've won already. So then when they come straight back into it, they have a really smooth first game because I don't think there was much pressure because obviously John QT was literally on a flight. But I've seen it in their vlogs where like now the Kaplan's really like disappointed in their kind of sloppiness and stuff and like in their practice and what they need to do. And obviously it's not all of them, or I don't really know the ins and outs, but I think that does play into effect. Like their mentality has changed since they've won, and it's the same for every team that's qualified. Their mentality's changed a little bit. They're probably getting tired. I mean, we're even getting tired and we didn't even qualify just because we really we were working hard, and that's what every team was doing whilst every team was in Madrid. Was we were saying like, let's get scrims against these NA APAC teams quick, the CN teams as well. We didn't actually get to play ADG, but I'm sure some teams did. So then we were getting some really nice, efficient practice with the tier 1 squads that were there that we don't have to face unless we qualify for Shanghai. So I think I've talked for a lot, but I think it's just there's a lot of things going on. Your job, your mission of the year has been completed. One, you don't really have much time to reinvent the wheel whilst all these other teams were reinventing and fixing up their comps on mistakes and stuff. And then 2, I think that was it really.
This year is hard.
Yeah, I mean it's
really hard.
It's relentless
for everyone.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But what I will say is the person that will come out on the other side of it will be a better person than you are right now. So that's all it matters. Growth.
Oh wow, yes. So inspirational.
That's what actually maybe I should talk about how I've been dealing with the stress, because it's been bloody stressful, mate. Yeah, it's good. People like to hear your voice.
Nice you.
Shout out to anyone that's care about what I think. You're the real ones. Yeah, so obviously for me, I on the surface, it seems like I have a horse in this race because I want you guys to win. For me, that's a nice bonus. Like you winning, that's fun. You know, that's cool. Yeah. I'm not going to say no. But my priority has always been you being happy, because I'm very, you know what I'm like. Like I kind of reflect the mood and energy of other people that's around me. So if you're sad, I'm going to be sad. Even though I have nothing to be sad about, I'll just be sad because I don't know why I'm like that. It's really rough. But you're never sad. So fortunately for me, I've not really had to deal with any of that, kind of absorbing your energy on the side of that. But now you're really stressed and now you're really sad. I just inadvertently have kind of like taken up all of those feelings that you have, because I just want you to be happy. I don't give a fuck if you want to play this game or not. If tomorrow you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to go do something else, that's cool. You can go do something else. I'll support you. Again, winning is fun. It's like a bonus. But if you are happy, if you are losing and you are happy, I don't think I would care. Yeah. And also, it's been a long time since I've really kind of bit at like the whole social media stuff, you know? Like I used to bite a lot. I used to get so affected at people flaming me or flaming you. Like I used to get really upset. Again, I'm not very good at controlling that kind of emotion. But since like last year, I was really good at dealing with it. I couldn't care less. I just like completely got used to the fact that people are just going to flame you, which I feel like is a lot of what you taught me. Like you helped me a lot with not caring. Yep. But this year it's come back like tenfold. Like it's relentless. It's every day. And that's what I'm struggling with. Like most of my stress is coming from, one, you're not happy, and two, other people being mean to you, because I really don't like it. I hate it. I'm going to admit that. Like people probably expect to be like, oh, don't give a fuck, like they're just trolls. I mean, they are, but I still don't like seeing people being mean to you all the time, or me. So I think with all of that in mind, the way that I've been dealing with it is, number one, binge eating. No, I'm kidding. I did binge eat 2 days. Like I was, the day after you lost a foot, I was like, I've
been the same.
You've been binge eating? No.
Not binge eating necessarily, but
just eating your feelings away.
Yeah, I was just like, normally I don't have any treats until the day off, but this week I was just like,
you're so good normally. You don't have any sugar or anything like that. I just
bought a pack of Oreos and shit, and I'm just eating
babe. Yeah. I didn't know that at the office.
Yeah.
But you're usually so good. You don't even drink a fizzy drink until your day off.
No, generally no.
Yeah. But there was only one day I was really binging. It was the day after you lost a foot. And normally I don't eat on game days because I just A, not hungry, and B, I just don't eat on game days. I just eat in the evening when I come home from work. But on the day after the foot game, so the KC Koi day, I had 3 toasties, like just sat there munching my toasty. I had double deckers because Stevie brought me some double deckers. I was just like on another planet. But all jokes aside, that was a great day. But all jokes aside, I've just been journaling a lot. I have this app on my phone called Clarity, and it kind of like helps me journal, helps me reorganize my thoughts. And I've been reading a lot of like stoicism stuff and just like trying to not care, which actually has worked pretty well. Like I don't think I'm as stressed now than I was a week ago. Like a week ago I was giga stressed before I went to London. But also luckily when I was in London, I got to hang out with a lot of the GC players. Shout out to Fluorescent, my go. Shout out to Ness. Shout out to Smurfette as well. Love you guys. I spent a lot of time with them. And Fluorescent gave me a jersey because she's the best. Has her name on it. Yeah. So
the energy.
Yeah. So it hasn't been easy. I don't think it's going to get any easier. I think it's just one of those things we have to deal with. And I speak from a position of luxury, really, because I don't really have to do nearly as much as you're doing. So I can't imagine how you and the boys are being able to do this. So I'm very proud of you.
Yours is relative. It's all relative to the person.
Yeah, but I'm proud of you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Okay, so before we end this, I wanted you to review a quick round, and this was from FPX versus EDG, where FPX ended up winning 2-1. Kind of an upset, I would say, in their region. And first of all, this is obviously the last round of the half before they go into the second pistol, and this is what's going on. So I just wanted you to watch it and talk us through what's happening.
I quite like this wall, this Viper wall. But only the top mid part of it, because it threatens you being able to just walk out short and peek into tiles. What
do you make of FPX's comp?
I mean, it's working for them. It's working. It's not my favorite Viper comp, I don't think, but I don't know what my favorite Viper comp is. So yeah, all right. I'll just leave it as that. Okay, and Life was having a life game as well, which is nice on the Yori. That's what you want, really. They got Killjoy ulti to end it, so I guess Killjoy ulti retake B. Well, nobody has his ult too. So
Well, let's see what happens, because everything that you think is going to happen is probably not going to happen.
Okay. Crazy ass short push into a TP and behind the wall. Oh, does the bomb get dropped here? Surely not. Berlin. That's the meme, that Berlin dies a lot. But the good trade from A. What the hell is going on here? It's like one of those rounds where a team does such a crazy push, but we've got the bomb on the other side of the map. So if you look here, like we've got one KO on his own with the bomb. Why not just have the bomb with the pack? And then this round is so much simpler for EDG. Mm-hmm. Like you just, they're pushing A crazy, accelerate on B, and then that would have been like the simplest thing to do.
Get the plant down.
Potentially, it might be like a push on A into a trap on B or whatever, but they've got B main for free. They're smoking out. How Dong's like, help. Bong wo. Quiet. Nobody. And then FPX A. So the trades come out. And then Kong dies from that mid because they're trying to catch the cross. And we kill Jyoti here.
1 minute of the round left, by the way.
Yeah. It's just one of those crazy rounds. I mean, this Killjoy doesn't really do much. It would be better if they actually pushed the spawn and actually went and tried to catch the spike. But he actually got Cho there. And Smoggy does Smoggy things with his aim. This is when, as a EDG, you just have to freeze for a second. We've got Sova in Omen ulti. You have no clue where this Viper's going to be. If I'm the Viper... Oh, he's actually gone B as well. Put the orb up. Right, you need to smoke CT, I think. What have we got? That recon. Well, you made it across. You planted the spike. Nobody, you got to chill now. He's going to die, isn't he? Okay, he's been spotted. Howdong's TP'd out and he's going to full defuse. No, okay, no. What's going on, boys? Well, I've got Sova ulti for the first tap. Smoggy just dead. So we're going to tap it, get Sova ulti'd. He knows he's not on it from the first thing. The spit comes in, double damage. Oh, GG. What is going on?
I did tell you, everything that you think is going to happen in this round does not happen.
Let's play together. It's like watching us clutch sometimes.
Yeah, so first of all, what did you make of the push, the last round defense push out?
Honestly, I don't mind the push out. We did have a Killjoy ulti, so what's the win condition there? But they had a Sova ulti to counter it, so it's not like you could do it. It's just, it was a crazy push out. Crazy strat. It worked kind of, and then it just worked. I don't really know how to say it. If the bomb was in the pack, I think it would have been a different round. They just accelerate on B, drone out B main, potentially, and that's kind of it. But because we needed to get Howdong out of there, he needed help, it kind of complicated the round for the attackers, and then it was like really awkward.
What do you think about that 2v1 as well as an expert clutcher yourself? Because Howdong chose to TP out, and they both decided to play main, but not together.
I mean, if he had a smoke, so Smoggy.
Oh yeah, sorry, because oh my god, Howdong's always on the smoke.
Yeah, so I don't know where. Yeah, that's what I did. I don't know where he wanted to smoke, but I would have just smoked something, like CT spawn, just to make it a bit like one less angle, and then like we can use a decent recon that clears a bit more, because that recon only cleared wood, and if he's wood, you can trade that at least. Just walk out together when the orb goes down, and then just kind of smoke CT, and then just keep going together here. And then use your recon for jail probably, just to clear that out. And then at least you're both on site playing post. But he TP'd into thingy to group up with nobody, but then he's peeking the angle. Like, you tuck in there. So it's just...
a fun round.
Micro decisions once again. All I watch now is just Valorant and micro decisions. I watch VODs, and it's just micro stuff.
It's
Some
fun.
of it
It's
is
a fun
micro.
round though.
I'm finding my song of the week because I gotta go, my love.
Oh, okay. We're gonna quickly end this. My song of the week is the entirety of the Torture Poets Department by Taylor Swift. I haven't even had a chance to talk about this yet with you guys. I have a ring, a Torture Poets Department ring that I got from her website. But very quickly, my favorite song from that album, my favorite songs are probably, going from start to finish, Fortnight, Torture Poets Department, My Boy Breaks All His Favorite Toys, and then I like Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, that's Guilty as Sin, Florida, The Bolter, Albatross, The Black Dog, The Manuscript. I feel like I'm naming the whole album. No, I'm naming not even the whole album because there's 31 fucking songs. But really enjoy the album. I loved it.
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
I'm so depressed I act like it's my birthday every day. That's literally us right now.
I like this song. I tweeted
Prisoner?
it. Kenshi Yonezu.
Don't play it.
Sayonara.
Show it to the camera, maybe. Yeah, if you guys can decipher that one.
Well, I can zoom it out.
This one. It's backwards, but yeah, this one.
Sayonara Kenshi Yonezu.
Mm-hmm. And that was our song of the week. Sorry we didn't record last week, but we will next week, I guess, because after this week we have a 5-day break.
It's the final countdown. Navi. Fanatic.
They should get you to the walk-on.
Find out this Thursday. Navi versus Fnatic. Boaster's parents are coming to watch, so are Elmer Putties. So
really? From Australia?
From Australia. So could they come from downtown Australia to Berlin?
Does your mum want to do an interview again?
Well, I think my dad does this time.
Okay, guys, look out for my interview with Gaza on Thursday. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Oh, see you.